Hello everyone, my name is ChrisGPT, and in today's video, we're going to push Opus real-time graphic capabilities as far as I possibly can. So if you do follow me on Twitter, you've seen that I have had several demos that perform extremely well on Twitter, specifically because of their graphics. So I wanted to design a test that focuses almost entirely on the visual fidelity of the game rather than the mechanics itself. So the goal is simple. One Opus model, not multiple agents, not in tandem with Fable. Opus itself has to build an interactive Forza-style driving demo featuring a detailed off-road truck moving along a dirt path through a dense forest. Now this was originally inspired by when OpenAI had first introduced Sora, and I had seen some demos where a truck was going through a dirt road. Now remember, Opus is not directly rendering a video for us today. It has to write a Three.js application with no textures, no outside imports, construct the vehicle geometry itself, generate all the materials, all the textures, build the environment, implement the driving physics, and configure the lighting and post-processing, and then make all those systems work together in real time on a browser. And in the beginning, you will be a little bit upset at me because I half-assed the prompt. Basically, I had given it my original spaceship interior demo loop that I created that had generated these graphics you're seeing on screen right now. And at the very end, I lazily put, okay, so take the exact same rules from this demo prompt, like the same loops and everything like that, add playwright Three.js, but this time instead of a spaceship game, I want it to be kind of like a Forza demo. I basically voice typed this entire prompt. So now let's give it to it and see how long it takes.
A few moments later.
Actually, funny enough, guys, I realized while it was working for 6 hours so far, I realized it wasn't even on Opus Mac. It was only on Opus High, so it might take a little while to redo everything, but let's see what the model does.
2,000 years later.
Okay guys, so the model has worked for 10 hours and 45 minutes. Let's see what it has come up with. Okay, grading the road, planting the forest, assembling the truck, compiling shaders. All right, so I'm a bit blown away. These graphics look pretty good. I don't know where my car is going. I'm not even driving this right now. Let me try to stop it. There we go. Okay, so I see in the bottom right, we have the chase cam, which is interesting. I like that kind of off-road style it's done so far. The foliage looks really good for an AI game. I don't know if you guys are familiar with how AI basically produces procedurally generating forest or a forest of any kind, but they definitely do not look this good at all. Okay, so is there a way I can see the front of the car? Let's click C for camera. Oh, this is the first person. Wow, this is incredibly bumpy. We're gonna have to fix this in a second pass, but I like how you can actually see the gauge clusters and everything. That's actually really cool. Now let's click C. Okay, this is the front of the car. Wow, look at that. The tires look so good. Let's see if we can back but the suspension is it's a bit bumpy, maybe just a tad bumpy for a smooth drive. One thing I really like too is if you can see that these orange kind of sunbeams coming down permeating through the forest, and I like how basically whenever I stop, it automatically does a pan sort of B shot around the car, or the Jeep I should say. Now all I'm hoping now is there isn't some pre-trained Three.js Jeep like this that the model had basically memorized. Okay, so at the back of the truck we have the lights. They look a little bit finicky, look like they're glitching through each other a little bit, but so far I would say this is just a phenomenal one shot. Let's go to the other camera angles. Okay, and this time we're in the back of the car, in the back seat. Oh nope, looks like we were in the front seat, but it just glitches us to the back seat once it goes. Yep, this is you know, a tad bumpy. You might not want to eat before getting in this car. All right, let's take a look at the lights. Okay, the lights barely come on. If you can see them right there, let me try to get an angle of the front of the car so you can see the lights better. My goodness, this is incredibly bumpy. We're gonna wait till it pans around and then we're gonna click the lights. So if you see, there's like these very small lights up at the front like this. Can't really see them that well, but honestly, like, dare I say the best car graphics I've ever seen generated in Three.js by a model, dare I say. This is pretty incredible compared to what we had last year. Let's see how far this forest actually goes. Let's see how much I can actually drive before it stops me. Okay, well, it looks like we stop here and it looks like a ghostly forest up ahead. Let's see if it actually will let us hit the trees. Nope. Okay, we go right through the trees, but so far smooth driving, which is really nice. Like how graphically intense this is. I'm surprised it's running so smooth, other than the suspension bumping, of course, just in terms of how the game is running on Three.js in the browser. Because I don't have the best PC in the world. It's all right, 16 gigs of RAM, but you know, this shouldn't be too computationally heavy. But I think we can do a little bit better. So I said, okay, you did really good, a couple things. I need you to make this way less bumpy, much less bumpy. Even in first person, I want people to look around a little bit more. I want the gauges on the mouse power to go up and down as I'm driving. I want the force to be a little bit longer, and so on and so forth. And now we wait.
6 hours later.
Okay, the model is finally done after another night's sleep. It's like this model's been working for 2 days on this game, which is insane considering models couldn't even run for 30 minutes about a year ago. All right, it says all 6 are done and live at the same length. All right, planting the forest, assembling the truck.
A few moments later.
this looks a little bit better. If you notice, there's a little bit more sun permutation. I had it work on the lighting a little bit, so it should look better. Let me try slowing down the truck. It's obviously a lot less bumpy, but the truck is completely driving itself right now. There we go. I like the smoke right there. That's nice. Let's look at the truck. Let's see. Does it look any bit better than the original? I would say a little bit. I mean, in terms of, wow, I didn't know we could zoom up this close. This is interesting. Let's take a look around the truck. So let's do the lights. Oh, look at that. We even have a night mode. What's that? Oh, very nice. Oh, and the lights actually work. That's cool. But there's still, oh, I didn't notice there was a light bar up here and these little lights, but the headlights don't come on. Let's go to the other side where we can see the sun and the nighttime a little bit better. But man, this already looks so good. Like this looks like an actual like game I would play, like a good indie game, like with being in a forest and stuff like that. I hate to come out and say it, but I have played indie games, and I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna call any names, but there have been some RV indie games that do not have as good of graphics as this. This is really good. Obviously the foliage looks kind of, I mean, they're all gonna say like slop, but you have to understand where AI was just a couple months ago. Like this was literally impossible. We have a lot of sunbeams permeating through, but man, this just looks so nice and it's so much smoother. The one thing I didn't add is sound effects, but that's okay. If you notice, they got rid of the bumpiness by kind of just smoothing the wheels through, which is funny when you go fast like that, but this is perfect. Wait, let's go to all the different camera angles. So we have the back, we have the fuel clusters, and also if we move, it should, look at that, working gauge clusters. Beautiful. Now obviously it wouldn't be too realistic to basically essentially have the fuel run out. That'd be funny. Maybe we can keep building this game out, but look at that, the gauge clusters work. This is like mind-blowing. This was literally impossible a couple months ago, to have a completely working car like that made by itself in good graphics with a working gauge cluster around a bunch of foliage, literally two-shotted by not even the highest tier class models by Anthropic. Okay, let's look around the car. Look at this. Okay, so we have the back seat, we have the front seat. Look at that Three.js sort of cylindrical assets, but look at this, like the detail on the seats. I don't know if you could see that, but like the grime and the kind of grit and the textures, just awesome. Now obviously this gauge cluster is falling through the dashboard here a little bit. Lock R is just, let me look at the right. Okay, yep. A little bit of glitching here, but man, like this is so close for two shot. And look, we can see the lights like inside the car when I turn on the lights. Look at that, the lights right there. You can kind of see them right there, but I'm pretty sure it's just a shadow from the top lights or a silhouette. And look at the trunk. We have, look at that. We have a tire. We have, looks like maybe some spare oil. That looks really good. But look at the detail on these tires. Like, it's just ridiculous. I am thoroughly impressed with this model. I almost want to keep building this out, but thoroughly impressed with this model. I almost want to keep building this out, but I am probably going to open source it. So hopefully if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I'll probably release a website soon. This is insane. I don't know what the ceiling is here. I mean, this is just our second attempt. Now, if I had to give my own opinion, I would definitely assume that we are probably nearing the top end of what kind of graphics can be generated in Three.js with these models. But man, I am thoroughly impressed. This is incredible. All right, well, that's enough glazing my own prompt. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to subscribe. Also, we will be doing a ton more videos like this, trying to push the upper bounds of what the models are capable of. So if you want to see more videos like that, please let me know. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.